Hey, y'all, welcome back to Mountain Murders sometime this week. I'm Heather.
And I'm Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, how are you?
How's your Labor Day weekend?
I have to say I'm enjoying myself.
We're very pro-working class here. So if you are laboring, if you've been laboring, you've got a break from laboring, thank you for your hard work.
Yeah, because without the laborers,
you are the backbone of this nation.
You literally are.
It's true. And
Think
if no
about
one else has given you a pat on the back for getting up every damn day when you don't feel like it and crawling your old creaky ass out of bed to go to work,
Or your young creaky
or
ass.
your young creaky ass, or you're just disinterested in working ass out of bed every day to go to a job that you hate just so you can pay your bills, we give mad props to you.
We do.
And this episode is dedicated to all of you.
This is our pro-labor episode.
Happy Labor Day, folks. Yeah.
All right.
I wish I could give you all a big pay raise.
So here we have been talking about a few things lately, and we have it's kind of an update. It's kind of
So you have an update on some of our recent crime news recapping.
Yes, we've mentioned Roblox recently.
We have.
The gaming platform that is predominantly children under 12 years old and has up to, I think it's 82 million users either a day
Wow.
or a month.
So is that worldwide?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe
wow,
so.
Okay.
So ton of kids. It's geared towards kids. Everybody knows that. They've come under fire before about not having enough security, things in place to ferret out protections,
security, yeah,
to ferret out any bad actors, if you will. So here we have.
Well, there's lawsuits about how the company has failed to protect children from predators.
Yeah.
Who are messaging them.
Yes. Very, very big news. Roblox is under fire after L.A. Attorney General opens a lawsuit to ban the popular, or because of a ban of a popular YouTuber. Petitions, lawsuits, and investigations, and even arrests related to the use of the popular gaming platform Roblox have erupted recently. Some claim the platform isn't doing enough to protect kids. Roblox is one of the most used game platforms in the world, topping over 82 million daily active users. 40% of those are 12 years old or younger. So tens of millions of literal kids on this platform every single day. Earlier this year, 2 Louisiana men were arrested for preying on kids on the site. The parish sheriff was executing a warrant and found an individual who was masking his voice as a 14-year-old girl while he was actively using Roblox to prey on children, Louisiana's Attorney General Liz Muriel said. Muriel is suing Roblox over consumer fraud, but the basis of her claim is that it isn't a safe platform for kids. Everything they do is designed to increase user engagement numbers, which increase their profitability, Muriel said. Roblox says it has programs like Roblox Sentinel, an AI model that monitors voice and text chat for unsafe content. The company also says it has reworked age verification on the platform, but not everyone is convinced it's enough. Now, here's where it
does not seem to be enough.
Well, you just have proof of a guy masking his voice to get around your said Sentinel program. Come on. Here's where it gets kind of crazy for me. YouTuber and Roblox content creator going by the handle Schlep was recently banned from the platform after he took matters into his own hand, catching predators Chris Hansen style. Schlep said he did it with police involvement. Either during the catch or before the catch, we would let the police department know what's going on. We would never come at this from a confrontational perspective. We would just be like, hey man, we know what's going on. We just want to have a conversation and talk about it, Schlep explained. Schlep said he tried to work with Roblox on this and instead was banned for violating its policies. I made it very clear in my content that I wanted a line so I could report these people to Roblox. The first line of contact, actual official contact I got from Roblox was a cease and desist letter, Schlep said. Roblox says it can't allow vigilantism on its as it can interfere with real law enforcement investigations.
Well, maybe if you did your fucking job, there wouldn't be this need for the layperson to combat predators on your platform.
I like the hard line you're taking on this young content creator who has helped catch literal predators on your platform.
Way to go, Roblox. Creeps.
Roblox said the following in a statement. Taking the law into your hands isn't safe in the real world, and it's not safe online. That's why we work with law enforcement to hold bad actors accountable.
Well, it sounds like he was working with law enforcement too.
Many experts agree independent actors impersonating others and luring users to other platforms for sexually explicit conversations can never be safe. Slep's case aside, Muriel said, because there are child predators on the platform in the first place, that's the real problem. I mean, are you kidding me? Now, as far as I can tell, Roblox, with this recent information breaking, is taking a pretty big hit.
As they should.
They should. I think if
there should be no discussion or in protecting kids.
No, really, there's no room for error.
Yeah, I mean, this like, oh no, oh God.
But what about the predators' rights?
No. From the company, I'm like, well, it's your company. You should be doing this.
It should look.
That should be your top priority, is protecting kids on your platform.
It's a highly profitable company that's been so for many years. And that should be your number one goal as far as your concerns for the consumers should be protecting children on your platform. Because even, I'm sure if you factor in just above 12 years old up to about 15, 16, that's basically all the 82 million, I'm going to guess, users for the most part that visit your site daily. So you should have next generation. I mean, just your protections and things connected to the site should just be totally the best ever. I mean, you should be trying, even at the loss of profits here and there.
This shows me that they are probably embarrassed that a young YouTuber has exposed the chinks in the armor, if you will.
Yeah.
And so they would rather shut him down, kick him out, because it's just so bad for PR to have him pointing out all their flaws.
Instead of saying, wow.
Thanks. Hey, yeah, right. Let's ban these fuckers from the platform. These predators. Instead of you, I don't know.
How did you catch them? Matter of fact, we want to fly you out. We want to see if you have any ideas. Refreshing, next generation, connected because you are of that age to be a user. Ideas to make our security more robust. We love that you did this. We do, have a concern for your safety and certainly don't want you to end up in any kind of dangerous situation. But thank you so much because of you, there's 6 less predators hiding in our platform. That would be a much better way to approach this than sending this kid a cease and desist letter.
Okay, so this maybe is in the same wheelhouse a little bit. I saw a video recently, and it was super disturbing, of a man at, I believe it was a professional, like an Major League Baseball game.
Okay.
Like a pro baseball game, in the stands, and he is jerking his gherkin.
What?
Yeah. Well, of course, people all around are like, what? And then some dude walks over to him and just like punches him, kind of starts kicking the dude's ass or whatever, kicking this masturbator's ass. And just seeing the comments on the video, like, well, obviously this guy's suffering from some kind of hypersexual disorder, and so, punching him is not the answer, and that guy should go to jail.
What?
Yeah, defending the masturbator, telling, basically telling the world that you think the dude who came over and slapped the shit out of him should be arrested and jailed, but not the dude with his dick out in front of kids at a baseball game.
No.
And I'm sorry, everybody today has some excuse or disorder or reason, that they can't take responsibility for their actions. But just because you've got some disorder don't mean that you're exempt from getting your ass kicked.
No, I think we should normalize kicking perverts' asses.
Yeah.
Because obviously.
I just never thought I'd live in a world where people would be defending the pervert over the safety of the public,
Look,
including children.
I get someone having something wrong with them or whatever. And obviously, hey, every murderer, serial killer has something wrong with them, right? They're not okay. They're not quote unquote normal, but that doesn't change the fact that we don't need to protect everyone around them from them and their actions.
Well, if you've got some sort of hypersexual disease or disorder or whatever you want to call it, that you can't control yourself in a public place, like a ballpark, then don't go to the baseball game.
No, this person knows what they're doing, and even if they have something they're struggling with, they know it's wrong. I don't believe that at all.
Just like if you're a vegan, don't go to the smokehouse where they be smoking some ribs and brisket out back and then complain that they don't have any vegan options for you. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, exercise a little common sense here.
That's ridiculous. And I applaud the person who started kicking that guy's ass.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
If people would step up, and we need more vigilante justice.
And I blame
because what's been going on ain't working. So maybe we need to get back to slapping the shit out of people in public when they do something stupid.
And we could
wrong.
We could mention the concession guy who's been going around the ballpark all day screaming fresh hot wieners.
Oh gosh.
He may have had a hand in this.
Or hot nuts.
Yeah. Get your hot nuts and your fresh hot wieners.
I don't know if I want my nuts to be hot.
I believe I would enjoy warm nuts.
Well, I do like praline pecans or something.
Yeah.
When they're warm.
Yes.
Those are delicious.
They are very, very good.
You can get those at Bussey's.
I actually have some warm nuts with me right now.
You got some peanuts in your pocket?
Would you like to partake?
Man, you love peanuts, and I'm just not a fan of the peanut. I like a variety of nuts, but peanuts just aren't for me.
So let me get this right. You like the mixed nuts?
Oh, yeah.
You like the big Brazilian nut that's in there?
Yeah.
I think that's almost too much nut.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Like a hazelnut, a macadamia nut.
Okay. I love those nuts as well.
Cashew.
But I'm a simple man with simple nut taste. And just give me some plain unsalted.
Speaking of simple nut tastes, putting peanuts in your Coke or your RC Cola, whatever, we got to talk about Bufford Pusser. He is back in the news. So
Okay.
Bufford Pusser, back in the news, the late Tennessee sheriff who inspired that Hollywood movie, Walking Tall, about this law enforcement officer who carried a baseball bat and kicked organized crime's ass back in the 60s, led people to think that his wife was murdered by his enemies in 1967. Authorities acknowledge that this new finding is probably going to shock a lot of people who grew up viewing Bufford Pusser as almost like a hero. He's kind of been a bit immortalized, if you will. He's this tough but fair sheriff. He has a zero tolerance policy for crime. He's everything that 2025 needs, right?
Well, yeah. And they tried to do everything in their power to stop him back then.
Well, people are going to be shocked to learn this, Dylan. There's enough evidence that if Pusser, the McNairy County sheriff who died in a car crash 7 years after his wife's death, were alive today, prosecutors would indict him or at least present evidence to a grand jury to try to indict him for the murder of his wife, Pauline Mullins Pusser.
That's crazy. This is a bombshell.
Now, there has been long feud rumors about his involvement, and over the years there's been a lot of speculation and conspiracy theory. So if you're, in the know about Bufford Pusser or you're a big fan, I would say you probably have heard this before, but to actually have authorities come out and say we have enough evidence is kind of wild.
It is.
Investigators also uncovered signs that she had suffered from domestic abuse. Prosecutors worked with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which began re-examining the decade-old files on Pauline's death in 2022 as part of its regular review of cold cases. Agents found inconsistencies between Bufford Pusser's version of events and the physical evidence. They also received a tip about a potential murder weapon and even exhumed Pauline's body for an autopsy. Now, they're saying this case is not about tearing down a legend, but it is about giving dignity and closure to Pauline and her family and ensure that the truth is not buried with time.
Yeah, and as we've seen in many cold cases, authorities believe, and I agree, that it's never too late for answers and justice, even if all the friends and family and everyone involved's passed away at this point. It's just putting it out there in the public, making it official. It means something.
It does. I mean, truth matters, justice matters, and this was 58 years ago. But it doesn't matter. Like, I think we still owe the victim justice. And
I agree.
Her family, right? So evidence does not back up the sheriff's story, Dylan. Let's get into this. The case dates back to August 12th of 1967. Bufford Pusser got a call in the early morning hours about some kind of disturbance. He reported that his wife volunteered to tag along with him while he responds to this call. Bufford Pusser said that shortly after they passed New Hope Methodist Church, a car pulled up and fired several times into their vehicle, which killed Pauline and injured the sheriff. Pusser spent 18 days in the hospital and required several surgeries to recover. The case was largely built on his own statement and kind of closed quickly. I mean, hey, he's the sheriff, right? We got to believe him.
Right.
During the re-examination of the case, Dr. Michael Roosevelt, an emergency medicine physician and a medical examiner, studied the post-mortem photographs, the crime scene photographs, various notes made by medical examiners at the time, and also Pusser's statements. He concluded that Pauline was more likely than not shot outside the car and then placed in the car.
I'm fascinated how through exhumation and studying the remains and just photos and stuff, they can really a trained professional, someone in the know, can derive so much information from things like that.
It's amazing.
It truly is.
It really is. He found that cranial trauma suffered by Pauline didn't really match the crime scene photographs of the car's interior. Some of the blood spatter on the hood outside the car contradicted Pusser's statements. The gunshot wound on his cheek was in fact a close contact wound and not one fired from long range, as Pusser had described, and was likely self-inflicted.
Oh, wow. And I wondered when I first saw this, if that is indeed, because you heard he, was shot in the face. I wondered if that was where the placement was, and that if you're going to stage, that seems like a kind of a safe spot to blast a bullet through your face. Just put it up to your cheek and kind of point it out your mouth. I don't know.
Just going to that kind of extremes is mind-boggling.
Have you ever heard of divorce?
I'm not trying to shoot myself.
And, we like the Pusser story. Like you said, it's a bit of a legend.
It's like American folk hero kind of thing,
It really is. Walk tall, carry a big stick. I mean, there's even, that's part of the lexicon for, or wait.
That's actually wrong, and that was Roosevelt, and you have no idea what you're talking about, as usual.
Okay, so just leave that in to show people how genius I am. Right.
Because we've all determined that you have special needs.
It's walk soft.
And that your special needs involve me correcting you every time you make a statement that's untrue.
Right.
Okay.
It's walk soft and get me a stick. That's what Roosevelt said.
Is it?
I think so.
I thought it was walk softly and carry like a cheese stick.
Oh.
No. Pauline's autopsy revealed that she had a broken nose that had healed prior to her death. And statements from various people who were kind of like around at the time and knew her well said she was a victim of domestic violence. Pauline's brother says this investigation has given him closure. He said in a video, I guess a recorded video, played at a news conference, that their other sister died without knowing what had happened to Pauline, and that he's very grateful that he finally knows what happened to her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, her brother says he knew there was some trouble in Pauline's marriage, but she wasn't really one to talk about her problems, and for that reason, he was kind of not totally shocked to find out that Pusser was involved.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty wild all these years later.
No, it's incredible.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is going to make the entire file, which exceeds 1,000 pages, available to the public. They're going to hand it over to the University of Tennessee at Martin once they finish with some redactions, and that the school will create an online database for the case. But until then, members of the public can make appointments to review it in person, or you can purchase a copy.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I mean, again, there are a lot of big fans out there who might want to get their hands on this.
Well, I feel like we will have more people interested and maybe revisiting this subject in the future as this information is made public, because it's pretty fascinating.
Now, speaking of a news update, Dylan, on Wednesday, officials in Southern California provided some new details about their decision to file murder charges against the parents of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro.
Oh, yeah, we didn't see this coming.
Now, the update comes the morning after the infant's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro, made their first court appearance and were charged with murder. Yes, they have been charged. Investigators believe that baby Emmanuel is dead and that he was killed sometime between August 5th, which is the last confirmed day that he was alive, and the day he was reported missing, which is August 14th.
I've never, these stories, unfortunately, always turn out like this, you know? It's like a little baby like that doesn't go anywhere or just take off because they've had an argument with their parents, right? You know, it's kind of funny.
And I'm sorry, but this just kidnapper appears out of nowhere to take your baby out of your vehicle while you're changing its diaper. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense. That is not something that happens. I'm sorry. I don't think
it's a rarity.
I don't know. I mean, you have baby theft. You have women attacked while they're pregnant and, my God, killed and the baby taken from their womb. That happens. I've heard of. But, I mean, I've never heard of, honestly, an instance that was not family, you know, some family connection, parent, custodial, you know, whatever arguments, something like that. But just a stranger to show up and steal your baby, that doesn't happen. I mean, it's no different than we were attacked by some random stranger, you know, in the dark of night, and they just shot my husband, or they shot my wife.
But not me.
Yeah, but not me, the witness there in their face. We was
out on the beach walking, and then we had sex, and then somebody just shot my husband and killed him, but they didn't shoot me.
No, they just got him for some reason. That's never, ever true. It's always a setup by the other spouse.
I was doing the dance to death on the beach.
Gosh, it's so sad. I don't understand these people that want to harm their own child.
I don't get it either. And speaking of baby snatching, that idea appeals to me a little bit. But then
hot take.
Just because I always want a baby, right? But then I think about all the work involved. So it would really just be better if there was a service where you could like rent a baby for a couple of hours.
Borrow a baby.
See, that's great.
Dude, is that a new app?
So I borrow the baby. If anybody out there wants me to babysit, look, I fucking love babies, and you can ask Dylan. I'm the baby whisperer.
Yes.
I'm wonderful with babies.
They
love me.
I saw you in action yesterday with a teeny baby.
Oh my gosh. I will rock your baby. I will love it. I will squeeze it, but not too hard. Okay? I will make your baby so comfortable. It'll just sleep and sleep. It'll get all the snuggles.
It's going to get squished.
It'll be well fed and taken care of. Okay? I might want to look at its little toes because little baby feet are the cutest. But then I would give it back. Right? Because I don't need the hassle of like the other parts of having a baby around all the time.
No, because it's hard work.
It is. And I already have Rufus. And obviously I have a big child in Dylan that I have to take care of. So I got my hands full.
You can look at my toes.
But oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know, Dylan, sometimes I look at you and think it's hard to believe that you were once a baby.
Yeah.
Like a little baby. And not as gross and weird as you are now.
I'm not gross.
Well, you just offered to show me your gross toe.
It's not gross.
I don't want to see your gross feet.
You know, these toes have seen things. These toes are wise. They've seen things.
Put your toes away.
Yeah.
San Bernardino County Sheriff, their office said that after detectives had reviewed some of the video surveillance, because remember there's like allegedly a kidnapping at a sporting goods store?
Yeah.
Well, after that, they found inconsistencies with the initial report and just decided like they were not buying the story. They have spent hundreds of hours coming through evidence, including forensics and forensic data on the vehicles, phones, and at the crime scene, officials said forensics revealed a tremendous amount of evidence that Rebecca Haro's story about the kidnapping was a lie.
And there you go.
I love that the news will report it as untrue, and I'm like, just call her what she is. She's a damn lie. She's a liar.
She's made untrue statements.
So authorities believe this poor little baby was abused over a period of time, and that he was a victim of child abuse, and that eventually he succumbed to those injuries. That's kind of what the Riverside County District Attorney has concluded.
Yeah, you know, they often frame death almost like accidental. The abuse just went a little too far. But in my mind, I think that should be even worse than murder. I mean, seriously, I mean, this is so terrible. You are used to abusing this child or baby so badly and so often.
Does that? You have got to be a literal demon.
Yeah, but you just went a little too far. You starved them just a little bit too much, and they died. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking horrible. Emmanuel's father, Jake Haro, has a criminal history, and court records show he was on probation at the time of his son's disappearance in a separate child cruelty case that went back to 2018.
He was on probation?
Yeah.
So why is this person allowed to be around a baby? See, shouldn't that be a stipulation of your probation, which you should be in jail if you've been convicted of child cruelty of any form.
Yeah, I mean, what you have here is an experienced child abuser, and he's going to be familiar with evidence and kind of how the court system works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if I go to see, this is what kills me. If I go to jail for drugs, right, I get out or I come to a plea deal, I'm on probation. First 2 or 3 sentences of my stipulations for probation are going to be, I'm not allowed to go around drugs or people that use drugs, right? I can associate with people, anything like that.
If I like to rob banks, I'm not going to be allowed to go in the bank.
You can't go get a job as a bank teller.
I'm not going to be able to go in the bank and cash a check.
But if you're convicted of child cruelty, you can
open a daycare center.
Have babies around you.
You should become a coach.
And what piece of shit woman, gets pregnant and has a baby with a guy who's convicted of that?
Well, and is participating in it sounds like, or at least enabling it, is complicit in the abuse.
Oh my God, I haven't raged lately on the podcast, but I'm about to lose it. I can't take it anymore.
Well, look, the victim of the 2018 case, which I believe, and now I'm not 100% sure, but I believe is his daughter from other news reports that I've read. She has permanent damage as a result of this long-term abuse she experienced, and she's bedridden due to this abuse.
My God.
So this man's a monster.
Torturing this poor child. Making them live with this these injuries and this abuse you've done to them.
This is the kind of thing where they should do some Terrifier type of torture on this man.
I'm telling you, we need to round up a few of these monster psychopath people and make them be a unit. Just let them, a Dexter kind of style.
Yeah.
Killing for good.
Yeah.
And let them just fillet these freaking rapists and molesters and abusers and murderers. These people should be drawn and quartered in the public court. I'm so sick of people like, oh, you hear of these terrible, horrific crimes, just like truly demonic. And people out there are like, but let's make sure if we do put them to death, it's painless. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't. I want it to be more painful. I want online polls that come up with the craziest shit, most painful thing ever.
I want to go like surround a moat where they throw this fucker in and like crocodiles tear him apart or something.
Baby crocodiles, so it takes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of sick shit I'm looking for.
I want like a Komodo dragon to bite this fucker, and then he has to walk around for weeks or months.
In like an arena?
Rotting, yeah. And then the Komodo dragon eats him.
And you can live stream, check up on him, see if he's still alive.
See, now I'm buying a pay-per-view ticket for that show.
That's what's up.
Now, the DA has said investigators do have a strong indication of where the child's remains are, but so far, they are unable to provide specifics because of the investigation. But over the weekend, Jake Haro was seen assisting deputies and canine units in search efforts in a remote area off the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. So there has been some level of cooperation with the suspects. So they are really hoping they're able to locate this poor child's remains.
So terrible. It's so little. It would be hard.
I just can't even believe that we have to discuss this, that this is a thing that happens in the world.
I know. It's terrible.
It's gut-wrenching. Dylan, you know, there's a lot of talk sometimes about getting your wig snatched, and it sounds like this dude really got his wig snatched.
Oh my gosh.
Diabolus Williams.
Interesting name.
Diabolus, yeah. Diabolus Williams, 25, was caught in Framingham, which I'm assuming is Massachusetts.
Framingham?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Wednesday, August 27th, around 8:30 a.m. He's accused of murdering Jameer Jones, a 2-year-old boy who was found unconscious 5 years earlier in a bathtub in Columbus, Ohio. Police said they spotted Williams wearing a wig before they arrested him.
Okay, I wonder if it was a high-quality wig.
Well, I saw a picture of it, and no, it looks like some cheap-ass Party City wig.
Okay.
Yeah. Police officer Andrew Lewis was in the area to attend a briefing with the U.S. Marshal Service and the Massachusetts State Police Violent Fugitive Apprehension Section, that is a mouthful, about their attempt to arrest Williams because they believed he was in their city. And that's when Lewis noticed 2 individuals kind of walking on the sidewalk, and one of them appeared to be wearing this wig. Very inconspicuous.
So the irony here is just incredible.
So while officers are observing this individual, they were like, bro, he is wearing a wig and he is a male. We need to check this guy out. And that's when they snatched that wig and realized it was Williams. Williams was taken into custody and booked at the Framingham Police Department. He has been charged with a Massachusetts straight warrant for fugitive from justice and an Ohio warrant for murder. And now I don't know why Williams was in Massachusetts unless it was to buy this beautiful curly wig.
My God.
Look at bro.
Let me see the wig.
Bro's here's his disguise. Bro had a wig, some sunglasses, and like a leopard print hairband.
Dude.
Or like some kind of hair accessory.
Somebody was like, that's just a hot chick.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
When another officer had tried to stop Williams, he ran across the street, he stumbled, and then he dropped the wig before surrendering. R.I.P. to this bad wig.
Well, the only reason I wondered if it was a high-quality wig was that's waste of a good wig. You know what I mean?
They were also able to conclude that he was in that area because of his Instagram usage.
So the dude's still posting on Instagram.
He's all up in the gram, Dylan. According to Ohio news outlet 10 TV, police in 2020 initially responded to a report of drowning that supposedly occurred while Williams was babysitting his girlfriend's son. But court documents reviewed stated that he had left the toddler unsupervised in the bathtub, and the child was found unconscious in the bathtub and was taken to a hospital, where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy later revealed that the boy had suffered blunt force trauma to his abdomen and bruises to his stomach, head, and neck before this alleged, drowning
That's terrible.
took place.
Terrible.
Well, they snatched his wig, and now they snatched him up and threw him in jail. So,
well, I
don't know if wigs are part of commissary in prison.
No, I'm going to think that you have to make your own. It's going to be a homemade wig.
You're going to have to get a good mop.
You're going to have a sheet wig.
A good mop that you can, maybe braid. You can do like the whole Raggedy Ann and Andy look.
So
very chic.
A prison Raggedy Ann. Okay, so here I have a decapitated, decomposing body found behind a McDonald's, police say.
Sounds delicious.
A death investigation is underway after a decomposed body with no head was discovered behind a McDonald's in Nashville on Friday morning. Officers with the Metro Nashville Police Department responded to the call around 10 a.m. at 3300 Dickerson Pike. So if you're in the Nashville area, you may very well know exactly where this is. Now, could you imagine making this discovery on your 15-minute smoke break working at McDonald's?
No, I'm just in the drive-thru trying to get that like 2 cheeseburger combo.
Yeah,
with like a Coke and a fry.
Or and you got the fry hack.
And I'll supersize them fucking fries because I love McDonald's fries.
You ask for unsalted fries and then just get them to put salt in the bag so you get fresh fries.
Okay.
Right, I think they got hip to that one. According to police, a woman found a severely decomposed grouping of skeletal remains in the wooded area behind the McDonald's. Homicide detectives later found a human skull near where the remains were located, a little closer to the parking lot. The skull was in a deep state of decomposition, according to police. The investigation is ongoing. Wow, so the head was there. It was just removed from the body and nowhere near it.
That is very, 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 very disturbing.
Now, obviously, that could be animal activity after death. If it's been there that long. And that's the weird thing about it, that the body was able to decompose open right behind a business in a busy area. I find that so strange.
That is very strange. And I'm making jokes, but
no, it's terrible.
But sometimes I do think about that 2 cheeseburger meal from McDonald's.
And obviously we don't know what the cause of death was. This could, it could be, who knows, it could be anything. Maybe it's not homicide, but still very strange place to find skeletal remains.
Somebody could have had a Big Mac attack and passed away while they were chopping down.
Because it was so good.
A fish sandwich.
I don't think
McDonald's
that's
makes a fish sandwich is very strange to me, but they're wildly popular, I guess.
Have you ever had the fish sandwich?
Do I look like somebody who's going to order a fish sandwich?
Because a lot of people, I actually saw a video just the other day. So a husband making fun of his wife, because she absolutely loved the fish sandwich, and he finally broke down and tried a nice, fresh, crispy cod sandwich from McDonald's, and he was like, oh my God, this is maybe the best thing I've ever eaten.
I often wonder, I know we're getting sidetracked here, but that's what we're famous for. I often wonder how a restaurant that wants to be like fast food chain restaurant decides on what to serve.
On its identity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know, hey, we're going to do burgers, but then we're going to throw in a fish sandwich as well?
Right.
Or like Arby's, we're just going to do roast beef.
But we're also going to have fish and chips.
But it's like you're known for this certain thing, and then they try to like rebrand or like bring in different menu options, and it's just kind of strange to me.
Well, you have some places. Five Guys famously has a very small menu, and they keep it fresh. Even when they went to scale, and actually the father of the family, who started it, was against them scaling up. They had like 5 stores, wildly popular, and the rest of the family is like, look, we have something here. Let's franchise. And he was very worried about losing control and stuff like that. But, you see that now. You'll have these places like Five Guys, Steak Shake, or what is it?
Steak and Shake?
Steak and Shake, or maybe what's the other one? Steak. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
Yeah,
I know. It's another burger joint that does just burgers, maybe a hot dog. But I think a simple menu is really the way to go. But you see a lot of places, especially legacy places, been around for a very long time, just trying to liven it up a little bit. Hardee's, not all that long ago, had fried chicken. And then they did the red burrito thing, which was very strange. But the fried chicken was amazing. It was really good. But obviously Carl Jr.'s bought them out and said, let's get back to basics, just burgers. So, yeah, it's really a slippery slope.
Well, like I said, I'm just always interested how they decide what they're going to serve.
Yeah, I know. So, I wonder what that process is like.
Because, like Fazoli's, you get spaghetti, which I've always thought was a great idea because I do love me some Italian food, love some pasta.
Italian cuisine,
but
fast.
How difficult is it to eat the spaghetti when you're in the car, right? That's a problem. So I've always had this idea, and I hope nobody steals it, where you do a spaghetti cone. You have a cone made out of garlic, like a garlic bread cone.
Okay.
And then you put the spaghetti in it.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of eat the spaghetti like you would ice cream.
Yeah. I bet.
Out of your garlic bread cone.
I bet somebody does that.
Wouldn't that be great?
That's got to at least be a fair food vendor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spaghetti cones.
There should be a full-time chain type of restaurant devoted to fair food where you can go anytime and get yourself a fried Oreo or a funnel cake or a fresh squeezed lemonade.
Now that is $1 million idea right there. You've heard it first here on Mountain Murders in the studio. Please do not copy that, because if we ever get the capital, that right there is $1 million idea. And what would you call it? Fairly Good?
Maybe.
Boom.
There you go.
Bam. We just branded it. T-shirts available now at Mountain Murders.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Very good idea, Dylan.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love how I jumped on board of your idea, and I'm going to take most of the credit because
you could have all kinds of good treats there.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
No, it's endless.
Like pickles soaked in Kool-Aid.
You got the street. Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Okay.
Some street corn.
Street corn, funnel cakes.
A big old turkey leg.
I don't really like the deep fried Snickers and Oreos and stuff. To me, it's kind of weird.
Oreos are delicious.
But people love them.
You can be wrong. It's
okay.
I
can be wrong.
I'm after that lemonade. Now, I have to say, of all this junk food, right, that I should not be having, the number one thing I'm looking for when I go to a fair or a festival or a carnival is that fresh squeezed lemonade, because it is so good with the sugar and the real lemons.
Yeah, I know, but we have come across imposters doing that, claiming
I went to one place and I think they were serving up some country time, and I was not pleased.
No, you
I
need
want
it
authentic lemonade.
Straight up lemons, a little bit of sugar. It needs to be of perfect proportions.
Some ice.
And yeah,
I want a big old chunky piece of ice.
It's got to be a big old glass. We're talking big gulp size.
Yeah.
That's
Just
right.
Give me a gallon of that. Yeah, it's really good. All right, Dylan. Well, thank you for sitting down with me today to discuss some crime news.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy you participated.
Yeah, I felt
and brought your views to the table.
I think my reading in public today went pretty good. I felt like I had some inflection.
You did well,
and I think I did an okay job.
Since we're almost back to school, I'm going to give you a B+.
Oh, thank you.
That way, you always have room for improvement.
I'm going to keep working on it.
Practice makes perfect, Dylan.
It's true.
Which, by the way, are you ready? We are heading into September, and we will be bringing folks the whole back to school theme all month long. All of our cases will be related to school, college, crimes on campus.
Oh my God, it is the first month of our theme months, and I cannot wait to get started.
Are you ready?
I am.
It's going to be really kind of interesting, and
you can give me a pop quiz right
I might
now.
Dig up some cases you've never heard of. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We know you will. We have faith.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with me today, Dylan, and we'll be back with this week's case. Hope everybody has a phenomenal Labor Day weekend.
And remember,
you work hard for your money.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.